The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon and welcome to Veterans Field here at Messalonskee High School in Oakland. It is one of the marquee matchups, maybe the marquee matchup in high school field hockey in Maine, and it's homecoming day to boot here in Oakland. The Messalonskee Eagles have come home, and they are going to take on the Skowhegan Riverhawks in high school field hockey this afternoon. Mike Violet here, A.J. Knight, our scorer crew, Tyler Rigney running camera here today, Mrs. Ashley Knight running our graphics and computer on the other side. It is, I think, the marquee matchup. I don't think that's hyperbole at all between these two teams. Skowhegan went to the state championships a year ago. They suffered one loss in the regular season. Of course, it came right here on this field, right here on this airwave. These airwaves, we broadcast the game. Messalonskee beat Skowhegan. First time they're going to play this year. Messalonskee probably coming in on a little bit of a down note. They've had a couple of 1-0 losses, having some problems scoring. Meanwhile, Skowhegan trending upward.
Shocker, right? Now, to go back to your original question, I don't think it's hyperbole because both coaches said the exact same thing. When Paula Dowdy says our toughest game in the regular season we regularly look to is at Messalonskee, it's not hyperbole. And the thing is, how much has the narrative around this game changed over the last course of the week? You and I had a Skowhegan and Messalonskee game early, and Skowhegan, even Coach Dowdy said they're young. Their average age is 15, so you're talking sophomore-ish age. And we thought, okay, offense is a work in progress. Skowhegan, we expect them to find it before the end of the season because they're Skowhegan. Fast forward a week, Messalonskee, who I thought returned a ton of talent, should have been the preseason favorite to maybe win Class A North. Same issues. Despite having that returning issue, have really struggled to consistently score. Meanwhile, Skowhegan does what Skowhegan does. They lose to start the season in overtime to a good Brewer team. Since then, no goals.
Talked to Katie Brand by email this morning, and Coach Brand said that they have made significant improvements in the last 2 weeks. We had those back-to-back 1-0 losses where we outshot and had more offensive corners than our opponents, but just couldn't convert. We've seen that be a problem. After those games, we made some position switches, had some challenging practices, and reviewed some game footage as a team. Things really started to click against Hamden Academy and Lewiston. In total, we scored 7, allowed just 1. So she's really happy with the way things are moving and trending for them. Now, for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, on the other hand, they are definitely trending upward. We have seen them a couple of times, and the last time that we saw them, we expected a really hard-fought, close game with Mount Ararat. The final was 4-0, and it wasn't anywhere near that close.
No, I mean, we had Skowhegan versus Bangor, which I think was the second game of the season. That game was 0-0 at half for a Bangor team that the expectations did not match what we have for Messalonskee and Skowhegan, and they close it out. They win 4-0. So we see Mount Ararat come up here to Messalonskee. We have that game. Messalonskee outshoots them. Messalonskee gets more penalty corners. Mount Ararat wins 1-0. And so you and I going to that Skowhegan game think, not that Skowhegan couldn't win, but rock fight. That's what I pictured. It was going to be a 2-1, 2-0, 1-0 game. Skowhegan scores in the first quarter, second quarter, and it just seemed like Mount Ararat couldn't get anything going, and they lose 4-0.
And this has happened before, and stop me if you've heard this before in reference to Skowhegan. They have gone not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 games in a row now without scoring or without allowing a goal. They have pitched 4 shutouts. Last goals they allowed were in their only loss to Brewer, 3-2 on the opening game of the season. 4-0 over Bangor, 5-0 over EL, 4-0 over Mount Ararat, 3-0 over Oxford Hills. So they've got the defense there, and their scoring up front is starting to get going as well. They've got a dynamic senior in Ellie Quinn, who is a great scorer. They've got Pease up front, who's had a 4-goal game, and some of the kids are coming along nicely as well. We've seen Haney really develop into a good player. So Skowhegan thought that it would be kind of a slow reload.
Yeah.
It's gone a little bit faster the last 4 games out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the narrative. I'll speak for myself candidly. The narrative around this game 2 weeks ago was, I think this is Messalonskee's year to control this region. The narrative this year, as I said, I think yesterday or maybe late last week was, I think everybody's got to be asking themselves, is Skowhegan just going to do it again? Because to your point, defensively, even giving up 3 goals again to a Brewer game, 3 goals is not a ton of goals, and then pitching shutout since. And now all of a sudden the offense, which is the reason why there were some tempered expectations to start the season, has found itself enough behind a stellar defense. Perkins is a name you didn't mention. We talked about her. We saw her a little bit against Bangor, played a bigger role against Mount Ararat.
And she was mentioned in Paula Dowdy's email this morning. She said our right midfielder, Sydney Perkins, turned 14 Friday. She just turned 14, has really come on and really helping to strengthen us at midfield. That is an understatement from Coach Dowdy. She has been a huge, huge factor in their improvement.
Yeah, I thought the biggest thing in Coach Dowdy's comments to us that was really telling and really troublesome for anybody else that's not Skowhegan, which she said early in the season and this summer as they were getting ready for this fall, Sedalia Salvage felt like she was in the role where she had to play defense. She had to transition the ball. She had to be counted on for a heavy burden of scoring. She said one of the things that's changed as Quinn and Pease, I think, have kind of fallen in as that first part with Savage as part of that first wave of offense. Perkins is coming on, some of these other young players. Savage doesn't have to carry that burden anymore, which just makes Sedalia Savage, who is one of the best field hockey players in the state, dangerous, even more so than she possibly could have been before, which is hard to say out loud because we expected her to be dangerous, and now she's got compadres she can count on, which just lets her pick and choose some more moments.
I read to you the words from Coach Dowdy this morning to me in a message. Meso is always our toughest game at Meso. Playing them there is a true challenge. They have an amazing stadium with tons of loud fans, which is a shot in the arm for them. They also have Katie Brand, who is an outstanding coach.
Yes.
They always rise up for us in every big way. They have a ton of athletes and a much bigger bench than we do, and that counts for a lot. Those combining factors will make them very hard to beat. No question about it. But Messalonskee put the biscuit in the basket. That's the thing for them. You've got to defend Skowhegan, as we know. They are loaded now and have found their pace when it comes to scoring. Messalonskee has played really good defensively this year, got to find some offense. It's come together, 7 goals last 2 games.
Yeah, I said silver lining, good and bad, right? The silver lining or the cup half full for Messalonskee is in those losses, 1-0, right? 1 goal. That's a very small amount deficit. They outshot. They had more penalty corners, so you had your opportunities. And I would say if there's one area that I think we still aren't totally sure of despite Skowhegan coming along is we know how Skowhegan plays defense. A lot of it is the ball possession. And so Kenyon, who is a sophomore, first year starting, I think has probably not seen a ton of challenges yet because Skowhegan is just so dominant with possession. If Messalonskee can at least play a little bit of their game, that test still has, I think, not been answered yet. So there's a possibility that could be maybe a chink in the Riverhawks' armor.
Today's game is brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer, sales and service by a family that cares. By Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services together. We can make a difference. More field hockey coming tomorrow. It's MCI at Gardner. We'll be on the air with our pregame show tomorrow about 3:50. Game time from Hoke Field. Again, we'll be on turf tomorrow. We'll be at 4 o'clock. And then boys soccer coming up on Thursday. Messalonskee boys will be at Skowhegan for a 4 o'clock game.
That one I think we might want to pay attention to the social media, is all I'm saying. The forecast not conducive to soccer in that goalie at Skowhegan.
Yeah, Brian Jones pointed that out to me. We've got the hurricane, I guess, moving up or some sort of thing moving up. We have no such issue today where right here and now, as I check the score weather conditions here in Oakland, it is partly cloudy with a game time temperature of 67 degrees. So we are A-OK for today. Messo and Skowhegan homecoming here at Veterans Field in Oakland. It is high school field hockey. It's next on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Is it time for an auto loan? The team at Connected Credit Union will focus on an affordable monthly payment to fit your budget, while offering you a low rate and great service. Give our loan team a try for your next auto purchase. The added convenience of applying online or using our mobile app is just one more way Connected Credit Union makes your financing easy. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care. See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
At Haidt Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haidt Chevy. Haidt Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haidt family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm gonna be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet and our score crew back here live at Veterans Field in Oakland on a fantastic day to play. Partly cloudy skies, 67 degrees at game time as we get ready to roll. Messalonskee and Skowhegan, homecoming day here in Oakland. Doesn't get much better than that. The Messalonskee Eagles and the Skowhegan Riverhawks have played some momentous games over the years, not the least of which was the victory by Messo here on this field last year.
Yeah, like
the only
you said,
time that Skowhegan lost.
Yeah, only lost the regular season. They split in the regular season, and then I think, as we all expected, met up in the regional finals, which neutral site ended up being here again, and Skowhegan got them again. So, revenge is on their mind.
Kaori Kenyon, the sophomore goalkeeper, down to our left, wearing the bright yellow, and headed down to our right is Adriana Pettengill. Pettengill with the bright-colored pads, and I'm not sure what color that jersey is that she's wearing.
Pink.
It's pink?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why goaltenders have to or do wear different colored uniforms than the rest of their teammates, but they just do.
Yeah, soccer, too. I wonder if it has something to do because it's 11 on 11. I just figured out why, though, the Skowhegan goalies generally have to wear that highlighter color. They normally don't have to make saves during the game, so if they need to double up as a crosswalk guard, they're good to go.
There you go. Or need to go to work as a flagger on a road construction crew. Something like that. Here's Perkins, the freshman that Coach Dowdy referred to right off the face-off as somebody who's been a real great addition to the point where she's starting now at midfield.
She is I don't know if she's a lefty because everybody's got to play right-handed, but she's got the makings of a crafty lefty.
Indeed. Here's Faith Pease, who has really come into her own this year. Pease, a dynamic player, a sophomore, is rapidly closing in on being the best offensive threat on this team. That one is out on the far side. Restart from Messo. Messo and Skowhegan just underway, driven all the way back into the Skowhegan zone. And some problems with it there, about 20 yards away, and we are going to get a restart here in favor of Skowhegan. So Skowhegan bats it up to Zoe Gilbert. Gilbert at midfield lost it. Skowhegan will try to backtrack a bit and get it started. Whacked up, and that caught a piece of a Messo player.
That was in close.
Yeah, that was Zoe Gilbert who got part of that. She tries to run it off and does, so it'll be a restart here for Lexus Bain. Bain slides it over. Miranda Wrigley is there. Miranda will stick handle move inside. The turn by Massey. Massey plays it back, and we are going to get a restart here for Messo.
Yeah, even the ref paused for a second there, but that was outside the circle, so right call.
So Miranda Wrigley is going to place it at the 20 or so. She'll play it back. The drive, looking for a deflection, doesn't get it. It's out. It will go to Skowhegan.
And I think if you're Coach Brand, obviously against Skowhegan, you would prefer to take really high-quality shots, but I think one of the things she talked about is having another season, especially with how many returning players they have this year. Just be aggressive. If you feel like you got a shot, shoot, and we'll see what happens after that. Your turnovers. Yeah, Messalonskee very early on, keeping the Riverhawks hemmed in.
Yep, they are. They have done a great job of keeping Skowhegan off the ball. And as soon as I say that, Skowhegan's on the ball, but nearly a whiff there. And it's picked back up now by Massey. Massey looking for help. Back to Wrigley. Now up to Massey. Massey, her back to the net. Retreats a bit. Check there. A whistle on the field as she got blindsided by Faith Pease, and it's a restart here for Messo. And now it's a restart in the other direction for Skowhegan. Riverhawks belted up, and Pease, who's got great speed, beaten to it, though, sliding over, was Miranda Wrigley, but it's out. And it's going to be Messo's ball. No score here. We are closing in on 3 minutes in. Glad you're with us this afternoon on The Score for high school field hockey.
That's a good one to join us for. Again, this, much like most years, has the makings of being potentially another region finals matchup.
Faith Pease clears it inside. This is as deep as the ball has gotten for Skowhegan so far. And Messo right on it. Skowhegan back on it, though. Or Messo back on it, cleared out of the zone by Chloe Mishu. Mishu into the Skowhegan zone where it's collected there by Jaden Dodge. Dodge rolls it up, looking for Daja Alberico. Alberico kept it alive. Here's Skowhegan with a chance. No.
Looked like it's going to be a fast break. I think Alberico, though, contact with the stick, going to keep it here going to switch it back to the Eagles. One of the things I wonder, Mike, obviously Skowhegan not foreign to playing on turf because obviously they've made deep runs, they've played state championships, but with this team being so young, maybe early on some of the struggles for some of these kids, again, very sophomore-heavy varsity roster this year for the Riverhawks, just getting adjusted to the fast track because this is way different than what they normally play on.
Yep, sure is. The game is so much quicker on this turf. Driven up by Messo into the Skowhegan zone. Hurrying up, there's Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia with a head of steam. Ventimiglia wheels around to check. Ventimiglia goes low. Ventimiglia inside the circle, and we are going to get, I thought we were getting a penalty corner. No, it is going to be a restart here for Skowhegan. Ellie Quinn out there on the field for Skowhegan. Ellie, the senior, has committed to playing at Shenandoah University in Virginia next year, so congratulations to her. She knows where she's going to be playing college field hockey. Here's Pease. Faith Pease, who's 2 years away from making that call. She's a sophomore. Got stood up there, and she and Wrigley collided. Pease restarted. Wrigley blocked it. Now down there, it's Charlotte Haney. Restart here for Skowhegan on the far sideline. Haney belts it up. It goes inside the circle. Right there on the doorstep was Daja Alberico, and she couldn't handle it. No, check that it was Perkins.
Perkins initially, and I think that's what the whistle's going to go against. Just got a little bit of a funny bounce, bounces off or goes the other way, but Alberico was in a great position for a potential cleanup.
Sure was. It is out right at midfield off Messalonskee. Jaden Dodge will start it. Dodge, an aerial up to Perkins. She tamps it down, but a restart here. Now Messalonskee throws it away.
And again, that specifically may not harm the Eagles, but that's some of the stuff I think early on that I think Coach Brand's been frustrated with, especially a experienced team. That's just a cheap giveaway.
Savage belts it in. Running it out of the zone there, Lexus Bain. Bain stolen. Up to Quinn, rolls inside, and the shot is a save there by Pettengill. Off the stick of either Pease or Haney. It was Pease.
Yeah, Pease.
And this is going to be a penalty corner for Skowhegan numero uno.
Got a little touch pass there. Pease was able to get a lot of space. Pettengill did a nice job closing down, though, and shutting that one off.
All right, and so Pease will be the distributor to the right of the cage as the masks are adorned. And Pease ready to set someone up. No score here, 8:40 to go in the first. Skowhegan and Messalonskee in a Class A North field hockey showdown.
Your equipment issue there.
All right, Pease ready. Official says ready. And here we go. All right, Pease to the top. Fanning on it there. Can't see a number. I think it was Haney. She fanned on it big time. That was a whiff.
Yeah, Haney not only was looking to knock that into the goal, I think she was looking to knock that through the field hockey goal, the soccer goal behind it, and maybe down to the softball field behind the scoreboard.
Trying to knock it into next week. And that did not work out. Chloe Massey on the Messalonskee side of things leaves it there on the restart for Miranda Wrigley. Wrigley slides it to the sideline. Here's Messo. Nice wheel and deal to the middle by Alexa Kakamo, excuse me. We got an Alexis, Alexi.
Man, it's just been that way with names this season. It's not. It's you either get siblings, or all of a sudden you got two Brooklyns yesterday, but they both spell their names differently.
One of them, Brooklyn Decker. I knew that name sounded familiar. All right, here is a restart for Daja Alberico. Alberico slides it up to Quinn. Quinn turns to the net. Smacks it. It's blocked. Run out of there and cleared up to Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia poked away. Great play by Dodge. Dodge kept it alive. Dodge sweeps it to the middle. Can't keep it in play, however, but it's going to be a restart here for Skowhegan. Dodge, a bouncer, rolls through, but it's blown dead before that.
I think it's going to be on the contact there from Hannah Fair, was playing defense.
So Dodge restarts. No score, 7 minutes to go. And that is out. It should be a Meso ball.
That's what the ref initially
Nope.
signaled, but there, yeah, I take that back. She was pointing where the restart was.
All right, 25-yard restart begins. Daja Alberico, stick handles. About to get into a triangle there, or Sedalia Savage, excuse me. Savage backhands it in.
That was a great play there. No messing around. I'm just going to sweep that straight out. One of the interesting points Dowdy gave us in our pregame notes is that Quinn not 100%.
Yeah, got a little bit of a leg issue. Dodge. Takes a trip down the right side. Dodge defended there by Alexa Kakamo. Kakamo and company come away with it, but no, taken right back by Perkins, the freshman. Perkins stays with it. Perkins has that incredibly long reach, too. It's also a long way down for her to get to the ball, but she has a great reach with those extremely long arms inside the circle, cleared out of there. And this is going to be a Meso ball.
Yeah, Quinn tried to tamp down the stick there to stop it. Instead, tripped. Woo!
Alexis Bain with a blast, and that's going to be brought back.
Watch out. You're not paying attention. I'll take your head clean off.
Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. And yes, free tuition is still in play. Just go to CMCC to start your future now, cmcc.edu. All right, at the 13-yard line, Jaden Dodge on the restart. Savage gets it through, and it rolls right by Pettengill.
A little bit of hold-your-breath moment there. Savage just flinging it through, looking for a deflection, obviously way outside the circle. Meso trying to tamp it down, and no one could get a piece of it.
So Dahlia Savage here in the first almost month of the season has to be a prime candidate to be Miss Maine Field Hockey.
She just does so much, and I hope it's taken into consideration not just the offensive numbers, but what she means defensively and especially in transition.
In every aspect of the game that bounces in. Does it count? No. It bounced in. Pettengill tried to play it, but it is no goal. In every aspect of the game, Sedalia Savage has an impact, and I mean every single aspect.
Completely agree. Yeah, as we saw in the Mid-State Machine replay, just nobody got it. Caught a weird bounce and just... Whoo.
All right, up the far side, it's Bain. Bain, a drive. It is slowed down and left there by Savage for Lillian Smith. Smith checked. Restart for Skowhegan. 4:10 to go in the first. Restart. Nope. No, it is going to be a restart. Alexis Bain. Skowhegan looking to clear. Can't get it past Bain, though. Bain kept it in. Skowhegan on a restart and a fan job there. And actually, they're going to give it to him again. That was Quinn who missed, but apparently she started too early. And here is Savage. Savage, stick handles, pass up to Perkins, and it is going in the other direction.
Thus far, and early on, Messalonskee had Skowhegan a little bit hemmed in. Now we saw a stretch there where the Riverhawks offense dominated possession. Now Messo got a chance to turn the tides.
Picked off, easily picked off there by Quinn. Quinn, again, a little hurt, and still is going to get it on the restart here.
Tell you what, though, you and I talked about Perkins a little bit at the Bangor game, but it's ironic. It's just funny to see her mentioned specifically in the notes because you could see it, and now just has become such a big part of this team now.
Up to Alberico. Alberico and Mayo there. Restart here for Messalonskee. 2:45 left in the first. Messalonskee. Back in the Eagle zone, Hannah Fair gave it away. Perkins got it up. Here is Daja Alberico. Alberico has it picked off at the 25. Meso on the restart.
That one bounced off of Perkins. Yeah, Alberico looking for Quinn there to thread it through more to the center. Topped it. Couldn't get enough on it.
Blasted up by Miranda Wrigley. Nice job on the handle there. And cutting to the middle was Emily Dunbar. Couldn't do anything with it. Now Dodge. Dodge gave it away to Alexa Kakamo. Kakamo loses it. Scaled out, no. Kept in by Kakamo. Kakamo to the middle. Kakamo, 2 minutes left in the first, no score. Meso and Skowhegan in Class A North field hockey. Near the circle, in the circle, goaltender is out. Score! Kenyon got caught way out of the net, and Messalonskee cashes in that chip, and the Eagles lead it 1-0.
Credit that goal. Bell gets a hockey assist, but Dunbar, a little tap over to Ventimiglia, who finishes it off.
So Sophia Ventimiglia with the goal. And it is 1-0 Messalonskee.
And like you said, that's one of the things, right? Point out in the pregame, as I don't think Kenyon's faced a ton of shots this season.
Actually, it's Emmy Dunbar with the goal. So Emmy Dunbar scores. So Dunbar lights the lamp at, if there was one, at 13-11. Dunbar, a junior, with a big goal for her. And it is 1-0 Meso. Penalty corners, just one so far in the game, and it's by Skowhegan. Messalonskee, of course, has spent the better part of this year with games where they've had more penalty corners than their opponents, and they have not cashed in. Now they have the only goal. Skowhegan's got the only penalty corner.
So reverse what I said. I thought Ventimiglia got a piece of it. Watching again, yes, that's correct. So Ventimiglia picks up the helper.
All right. Dunbar gets the goal. We are down to a minute to go in the first. Skowhegan behind for the first time since the Brewer game. First goal they've given up also since the Brewer game.
And how mentally big is that for Messalonskee?
Absolutely. For a team that has struggled at times scoring goals, although not in the last two games prior to today, where they have scored 7, but they have been shut out in back-to-back games. And to score against a great defensive team like Skowhegan, and Kaori Kenyon took a gamble there and lost.
That's just a credit to the stick handling, too, of Messalonskee. His goalie gets caught out. You got to make quick passes to take advantage of that. Nice job, tic-tac-toe.
Bain clears it deep into, or not deep into, but into Skowhegan territory. Sedalia Savage blasts it over midfield, goes right by Quinn, picked up there by Meso, and the Eagles able to relieve the pressure for a second. Here is Perkins back on it. Sydney Perkins, freshman, just turned 14 last week.
That's crazy.
Messalonskee trying to work it out. That is Dunbar. Dunbar up the near side, intended there for Kakamo, didn't connect.
I think Coach LeBlanc going to whisper into Perkins' ear, like, hey, we could use you in the post this winter.
Yeah, I don't know if she's a basketball player, but she's got plenty of height, that's for sure. 1 done here in Oakland on homecoming day. Emmy Dunbar, the only goal so far of the game. The score at the end of 1. The Messalonskee Eagles 1 and the Skowhegan Riverhawks 0. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Is it time for an auto loan? The team at Connected Credit Union will focus on an affordable monthly payment to fit your budget, while offering you a low rate and great service. Give our loan team a try for your next auto purchase. The added convenience of applying online or using our mobile app is just one more way Connected Credit Union makes your financing easy. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Time for our first quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In Skowhegan, 1 goal in the first. Emmy Dunbar scored it. 13-11, the time of the goal. Sophia Ventimiglia with the assist. That is it. 1 penalty corner in the first. That was by Skowhegan. That's the only penalty corner in the first, and that is your first quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984 in Skowhegan.
Nice job, Skowhegan. Messalonskee, you got to talk about mentally twofold, right? One, obviously, the fact that Skowhegan hasn't given up a goal in 4 games, getting one in the first, but 2, getting over that hurdle of an early lead, because defensively, Messalonskee's been fine this season for the most part. It's been scoring that's been their shortcoming.
All right, we start the second, and Bain with a blast that is almost out to Smithfield.
You're going to go dig that one out. One might be embedded in a fence somewhere.
That was a blast. She has got some major power, Alexis Bain. All right, back on the field of play. Skowhegan's ball. Back is Jaden Dodge. Dodge up by Perkins. Goes by everybody. Alberico can't run it down, and it is run out by Messalonskee to midfield. Tripping over everybody there was Chloe Mishu, and a restart here for Perkins. Perkins nails it up. Nice job there by Daja Alberico to keep it alive. Meanwhile, going to the net, Pease and Quinn. Back to Perkins. Perkins has it roll accidentally by everybody. She goes back to Dodge, and a restart for Skowhegan.
I think scooch that one in close. A name you didn't call a ton in that first quarter, Mike. Sadali Savage. Got to get her going.
All right, right side, Dodge. Dodge rides it down. Tries to center. It is blocked. Messalonskee able to run it out with their 1-0 lead. Eagles have it, and they flip it up. That aerial is going out of bounds.
And Elsie Bell trying to hit Dunbar there on the corner route. Unfortunately, didn't give her a chance to snag that one in bounds.
All right, Dodge looking for a favorable spot. There it is. Alberico back to Dodge. It got through. Dodge tries to go through a maze of players. Actually got it there, but
out of bounds.
Out of bounds is the call.
She took a swat at it right as it crossed the line.
So Messalonskee. Miss you to restart it.
I think one of the things too big for Messalonskee, because this conversation sort of circled the Chiefs recently in the NFL, is getting that goal early to sort of help yourself fight the aura of Skowhegan, right? Because they just don't lose very often.
So does that mean there's going to be a pass interference call in this game that's not going to be called?
Maybe. As I heard on sports radio recently talking about elite units in the NFL, Kansas City and the refs are an elite unit.
2 games in a row. The non-call has entered the chat room. All right, Messo with it. Near midfield, approaching midfield. They get midfield. The pass ahead. Eagles trying to break in. No. She was there. Sedalia Savage. Now a steal by Messalonskee. Eagles looking to work it up. This is Kakamo. Kakamo lost the ball. A drive up now for Daja Alberico. Nice handle. Alberico goes wide. Alberico down the right side. Nice cut to the middle. Alberico now doubled. Now spins around. Alberico centers, and it is cleared out of there by Bain. Fighting for it, Quinn. Bain able to get it nicely up to Kakamo.
I think you saw right there that Quinn not 100%. She just didn't even give chase to that.
Yeah, Dunbar, who's got the goal, lost it, but it's going to stay with her team. She doesn't have that extra kick that she normally has.
And we saw how effectively she could be against Mount Ararat. I thought she was the best player in the second half, despite not registering a stat.
Yep. All right, Jaden Dodge, 11:20 to go in the first. 1-0 Messo. on a goal by Dunbar. A giveaway there by Dodge. And Kakamo up the left side. Stuffed Dalia Alberico. Stuffed her, took it away. Alberico keeps it alive. Alberico, check that. That's Sedalia Savage. I get her and Alberico confused. All right, Savage.
Just didn't have any company. Got triple team there and had no one to go to.
Dodge spikes it up, goes by Perkins. All the way up. This is Dalia Alberico. That's a great move by Dalia Alberico, but it rolls out, and we are going to get a penalty corner, number 2.
A 2-0 advantage for Skowhegan now on penalty corners. 1-1 shots on goal. Difference is Kenyon took herself out of the play, so there really wasn't any opposition. Pettengill made the one save for the Skowhegan shot.
All right, Skowhegan a little huddle, and Faith Pease will go distribute. Pease, the sophomore, will put it down to the right of Adriana Pettengill and company. Here's the pass to the top. Savage. Savage lets it go, looking for a tip, didn't get it. The only thing she got was Lexus Bain clearing it. Kept alive down there on the far side by Skowhegan. Right to the edge of the circle, and it is a stoppage, and it is going to be Skowhegan's ball and another penalty corner.
Yeah. I think it was Perkins, I believe, who went and tracked that down and drug it back into the zone to get this second straight penalty corner.
So 3 total here for Skowhegan in the first half. None for Messo, but Messo leads 1-0. All right, the pass out front. It is Savage. Savage over on the right to Mayo. Mayo inside the circle. Mayo has it knocked away. Now it's knocked outside the circle. Good defense by Messalonskee. Dodge smacks it up all the way through right there in front. Pettengill kicked at it. Pettengill dives on it. And it is no good. No goal.
Quinn right there tried to get a tip, and I think on the contact.
Whoa! That was a funky aerial there that ends up going out of bounds. I would call that a mishit.
Like that safety from that Virginia Tech quarterback?
Yes. That was a funky play, too. That was very similar to it. That's a good comp. Jaden Dodge on the near sideline. Dodge tries to center. It is blocked there by Kakamo.
Yeah, off the elbow. As we saw that replay, show to you one more time here while we got a reset. I think Quinn got called there, as you saw initially, for contact to the goalie. Pease is the one that poked it in. But that's already 2 no goals here for Skowhegan.
Alberico steals. Alberico centers. Nobody home. Now it is Pease, and Pease turns. And just as she let it go, the play was stopped. Not sure what the violation was.
I think it was potentially follow through. She took a big arc on that.
All right, Skowhegan trying to retain possession, far side. They do keep it alive over there. Messalonskee 1, Skowhegan 0. A goal by Emmy Dunbar in the first period with 1:49 left. That's it.
Now, thus far, Messalonskee took advantage of their one opportunity in close. Skowhegan, we've gotten 2 no goals, and right there you just saw one waved off before the shot was even registered.
All right, Messalonskee with a pickoff, but they give it away to Grace Mayo. Mayo fanned. Rolls by Emma Foster over there. Foster runs it down out of bounds. Foster, a freshman.
Here in the second quarter still, doesn't it feel like Skowhegan's still just not adjusted to the turf? Just feels like they're not solidly hitting the ball.
Messalonskee works it ahead, but Dodge comes over and clears.
That one like caught Kakamo there and just kind of rolled up her leg.
Perkins over midfield. Stopped by Messo. Now Kakamo has to give it up. Sophie Perkins will restart. Perkins drives it up. It's blocked. Cleared out by Miranda Wrigley. Mayo slowed it down. Mayo stuffed it. Restart here for Skowhegan. She fanned on it.
I think she's gonna get a mulligan.
Which I give myself all the time on the golf course. Nice stick handle. That's a great play by Savage. Savage tried to back in. Now she goes frontwards. Savage with a lane. Lets it go. Looking for a tip. Almost got it. It's blocked in front. And it's going to go to Messo.
Now, that was a nice job. Quinn kind of got box out position. You're going to see her gets a piece of it. But then the infraction goes the other way.
Addie Goggins wearing number 16 for Skowhegan in the game on the far side. As Paula Dowdy uses some bench. Smacked up, looking for Quinn. Quinn turns, a roller inside the circle. Right there, Pease. Pease got it loose over to Perkins, and Perkins couldn't get a shot off.
I think that caught a defender, as you're going to see here on the Mid-State Machine replay. Perkins does a nice job tracking that down. Yeah, and that was, I think, Fair, I believe. Yeah, Hannah Fair knocked that one down.
All right, Daja Alberico gives it back outside to Savage, and Savage will have the hit from there. Savage back to Dodge. Back up to Savage. Savage. Oh, great stick handle. Savage to the net. Now goes backhand. Savage in traffic. Savage still with it. Tries to backhand it in, and it's cleared out by Kakamo. Not for long, though. Kept alive. Skowhegan on the attack here. Grace Mayo on a restart. Mayo back to Sedalia Savage. Lined up, and she waited too long, and hustling back into the play was Addie Hafford.
And not only that, Hafford challenges it, and then with Savage's swing and a miss, goes the other way.
All right, restart here for Messalonskee. 5 minutes to go first half. 1-0 Eagles on a goal by Emmy Dunbar. That has been it. Penalty corners 3 for Skowhegan, none for Messalonskee. Out on the far side, and it will be Skowhegan's ball. Emma Foster.
And again, not to take anything away from Skowhegan pressuring the pass there, but just another easy giveaway.
There's a giveaway.
Yep, Elsie Bell.
She's got the motor. We love her motor. She got it up to Hafford. Restart, though, and Bell, part of now a second unit. She and Hafford have come on here right before the end of the first half. Trying to get some offense going because Skowhegan here in the last 7 or 8 minutes has dominated after Messalonskee kind of owned the first 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, they really have. The thing that the stat that would loom large or does loom large is the fact that despite the fact they've dominated possession, no shots on goal.
None. Got to have a shot on goal.
I mean, yeah, Skowhegan's got 2 no goals.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Messo. Up the middle, stopped by Skowhegan. Great stick handle there by Savage. Another one. Savage is a wizard. She's like Wayne Gretzky with that thing.
At some point, probably not this game just because the level of competition, but at some point you usually get to see her pick it up on her stick and just kind of bop it along as she runs.
Do that Michigan thing.
Yeah. Hockey fans know exactly what Mike's talking about.
All right, restart here for Messo. Bain over to Massey. Massey has to come over to the left to get the pass. Massey gets it down low. Turning is Kakamo. Kakamo trying to drive it to the net. Did it, went all the way through. Right there in front was Sophia Ventimiglia, and she couldn't redirect it in.
That was a heck of a pass there. Finds its way through, and like you said, Ventimiglia just couldn't get a good wood on it. Ends up going the other way.
Yeah, she just couldn't get her stick in position to turn that ball and get it on goal. Cleared out, 3 minutes to go first half. Down the far side is Faith Pease. Pease to the middle, no one home except Messalonskee. Eagles clear. Good pass up the middle to Massey. Massey trying to go to Hafford. Hafford couldn't reach it, and it's cleared out by Savage. Savage up to Alberico. Alberico taken away briefly by Fair. Alberico on the restart. Alberico right side. Alberico down the sideline. Curls to the middle. Now curls back to the outside. Smacks it, and it's going to go wide.
I tried to thread that through with the double team there. End up not quite lining it up. The other thing to note, too, for this game as we tick to about 2 minutes left is you and I have seen Skowhegan has been stronger in the second half than they have in the first half this season.
All right, here is Elsie Bell with 2 minutes left in the half. Lost it at midfield. Skowhegan comes away with it. Rolls through to Perkins. Perkins and Kakamo. Kakamo wins that battle. Now a restart here for Messalonskee. Coming up, Hannah Fair. Fair rolls it ahead, too far ahead for Kakamo, but she poked it away from Dodge. Kakamo trying to get it deeper, does to Hafford. Hafford tries to go to the net. She was checked on the play. Good job there by Lillian Smith. Poked out, And it is out all the way. Skowhegan could not save it, so it's going to be fair on the restart. Hannah Fair with 1:20 left. Fair. Back to Mishu. Mishu smacks it up. Hafford there looking for a redirect and coming out Kenyon, and they stop play. It's going to be a restart here for Skowhegan.
A little bit too much contact. Looked like as Hafford tried to basically box out.
All right, near sideline, stolen back by Messo. That's Kakamo. Kakamo trying to do something there with it. Kakamo fighting the numbers. Managed to get it away to Bell. Bell spins. Bell goes up. Shot blocked. Cleared out. No. Fanned. And kept in by Miranda Wrigley. Wrigley with 40 seconds to go. Coming out Kenyon. Kicked it away. Ball still loose, and it's slid out now by Skowhegan to relieve the pressure briefly. Quinn couldn't get away with it. Now it's a restart here for Skowhegan for the final 30. So the Skowhegan team that we saw against Mount Ararat last week is smooth as silk. Not so much today. And you can credit Messalonskee for that. A clear by Messo. Back into the Skowhegan zone, and the Riverhawks with a restart here that will end up running out the clock. And there is the whistle, and that is the end of the first half. 1 goal in the half by Messalonskee came in the first period, and it has stood up since that time. The score here at halftime is Messalonskee 1, Skowhegan nothing. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, and our first half, second quarter breakdown coming up as well. That's all next here on The Score.
My dad's a real hero, not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live along with our Score crew here at Messalonskee High School in Oakland on homecoming afternoon here today. The Messalonskee Eagles giving the homecoming crowd something to be happy about. It's 1-0 here at halftime. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is HammondLumber.com. Our second period breakdown is brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984, and they might recover your tires if you lose them too. They are in Skowhegan.
You ought to call them.
Don't even mention tires and me in the same breath. I don't want to hear it. So our second period breakdown is very simple. No scoring in the second period after Emily Dunbar had scored in the first period to give Messalonskee their goal, and the only goal of the game at 13-11 from Sofia Ventimiglia. 1-0 there. A scoreless second period, and after one penalty corner in the first period by Skowhegan, the Riverhawks had 2 more in the second, a total of 3. Messo, no penalty corners in the second period. They haven't had a penalty corner the entire game, but I think Katie Brand would happily trade off goals for penalty corners, and she's got the goal. There it was, right there by Emmy Dunbar.
And this is a no goal here for Skowhegan the second time. First one came from out of the circle, just didn't touch anybody, found its way through, but that one completely wiped off. But, yeah, I think so, because the thing is, for Messalonskee, their challenge this season has been consistently scoring. Obviously, Coach Brand talked to us about that in the pregame notes we had with her. And thus far, defensively, stout. I've got 3 total shots on goal for both teams. Yeah. 2 for Skowhegan. 2 for Messalonskee, 1 for Skowhegan, 2 saves, 1 goal. That's your 3 shots.
Skowhegan in the midst of a run of consecutive shutouts, 4 in a row here today. They give up a goal in the first period, have that broken by Emmy Dunbar. Meantime, they continue to play good defense, even though they gave up a goal, and Messalonskee's played as tight as a drum defense here in this first half. And we talked about this game beforehand, and based on what I saw from Skowhegan last week against Mount Ararat on their home field, they played as smooth as silk offensively. Yep. They were simply velvety smooth silk in that game against Mount Ararat in scoring 4 goals. They could have scored more than that, it seemed. But today they've been absolutely stymied, and Messalonskee's just really tightened it up.
Yeah, I think we've seen Messalonskee do a good job, be stout defensively. Skowhegan, I think for very long stretches that second quarter, had a lot of possession time, ends up not getting a shot on goal. The only save Pettingill had came in the first shot of the game very early in the first quarter. And so very stout, drawing whistles to flip the possession. If you're Messalonskee, I think you got to find a way to maybe release the pressure a little bit more. Skowhegan had really long stretches there. You mentioned the 3-0 penalty corner advantage, couple of close calls. You saw the no goal that didn't count, even though they got it in close. And so we've seen Skowhegan make some adjustments and be a better second-half team. The Bangor game, it was 0-0. They win 4-0. Mount Ararat, I think it was 2-0. They end up winning that one 4-0. So they've been able to find some success in the second half. And I think they had a lot of possession time in that first half. That would be my conversation. That being said, you're up 1-0 in a rock fight for a Messalonskee team whose big focus has been consistently scoring. Low scoring works for them.
It's one player, but it's a key player for Skowhegan, and that's Ellie Quinn. You can clearly tell that she is not 100%. We heard from Coach Dowdy before the game. She has a sore leg, is not at her peak right now. She's doing all she can while in pain, but she clearly is in pain.
Yeah, I think we saw that there was a play there in the second quarter. The ball went into her close, and she had a chance, and it got deflected away, and I think only got about 5 yards, but didn't really give chase. Maybe that's part of Skowhegan's strategy, but her defender, which I think was Lexus Bain, ended up being the one that went and got it and pushed the clear forward. And so I think you can see she's not at 100%. And with Skowhegan, we talked about the development of some of those young players, but I think with young teams, especially on the road, same way they talk about bench players in the NBA, they play better at home, and they also, I think, play better when someone leads the way. And right now, Skowhegan, that's not cohesive offensively.
Out-of-town scoreboard this afternoon in boys soccer. It's Mount Blue 3, Skowhegan nothing. And that is from Brian Jones, the athletic director at Skowhegan High School, who says, I keep looking for the promo for the winter bunt camp. Also mentions that he's down 4-0 in the Bird Bowl this fall.
That's right. We asked about that. For those who don't know, Mr. Jones, Skowhegan AD, and then Mr. Foy, the Messalonskee AD, have a year-long gamble that they're bet with each other.
It's friendly competition.
Yeah, which is great because they, like last year, one of them had to buy pizza, one of them had to wear the other team's gear, but they do it for each season individually and then a season-long one, which Skowhegan won in totality last year, and I think won 2 of 3 seasons. He not getting off to a good start in the fall season.
No, down 4-0 in the Bird Bowl. Here it is no kind of bird bowl. It is the birds versus the river. No, it is the bird bowl. I take that. I keep.
It's because you're still used to it being Eagles versus Eagles.
No, I'm still used to being Eagles versus that other name that Skowhegan used to have. That's how old I am. That's for sure. I remember when that was actually a thing. So it is the bird bowl. Doe. Boy, that's a scene. You got to get me the Prevagen. It's that simple. I've got to. Can I get an endorsement deal for Prevagen?
I feel like you should be able to.
I mention it enough, and clearly I need it.
I feel like that's what the mentions you've given them should be enough for at least a trial period.
Right, a trial basis, that's for sure. So here in the Bird Bowl, it is 1-0 in favor of Messalonskee on a goal by Emmy Dunbar. This halftime has been brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. I did remember that, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. You can find them at hammondlumber.com. 1-0 Messo, second half action in the Bird Bowl, field hockey style, next.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
All right, Skowhegan and Messo on the field, ready to go. Skowhegan's ball going right to left. That's Ellie Quinn right there with it. Flips it up. And we are underway here in the second half. Over there on the far side, Daja Alberico coming away with it. Alberico trying to get something going here. Quinn has to give it up. It's a restart for Messo. 1-0, Emmy Dunbar, the only goal. Perkins. And a restart for the Eagles. Nope, Nope, it is Eagles. Wrong birds. Got to get my birds right. This is the Bird Bowl after all. All right, a reverse there by Miranda Wrigley. Midfield, Messalonskee with it. Up the right side for Massey. Massey, nice move, wheeled right around the defender, Charlotte Haney. Now left it there, coming up for the Messalonskee Eagles. It is Zoe Gilbert. Right side in the circle, trying to get a shot off. Kenyon's out of the net. Doesn't know where the ball is. She looked behind her. You never want to be a goalkeeper looking behind you. And it instead is going to be Skowhegan's ball. So the Riverhawks up against some danger there and were able to withstand it.
That was
savage.
Out of all that, I think Kakamo got a shot on goal, but that was just about it. That last one obviously threaded through and out of bounds.
Savage up to Alberico, and a restart here for Messo. Down the far side, rolled out of bounds. That'll be Messo's ball. That was a happy little sound.
That's my bad. I hit a button. Labeling an instant replay, sorry.
All right, Dodge with a flip up. Knocked down by a Messalonskee stick. Perkins tries to gather it there, can't. And a restart. She does get it on the restart, then she fanned on it. Now smacking it in is Grace Mayo. Cleared back to midfield. Perkins gets down to get it. Perkins. Little stick handle there on Ventimiglia. She fanned on it. Ventimiglia clears it. Trying to get it to Bell up ahead, and it's too far ahead.
Again, doesn't it feel like again, we saw another not solid contact there right there.
There we go.
So Skowhegan just not, I don't, the adjustment to the turf, just not hitting it well.
All right, Bell has to give it to Dodge on the restart. Dodge got wood on that. Dodge gets it in the offensive zone, up to Daja Alberico. Down the left side, Pease is open if they can get it there.
Hit the brakes.
Everybody hit the brakes. Alberico trying to get to the circle, stopped, and we're going to get a penalty corner here.
That was a nice little two-man game. Alberico fed it over to Quinn, who then immediately rifled it right back out, and she was able to chase it down, and now Skowhegan gets their fourth penalty corner.
4-0 penalty corners.
And I think thus far, this being the fourth one, Skowhegan hadn't even had anything close yet.
Here's Pease. To the top to Savage. Savage over on the right side to Dodge. Back to Savage. The pass was blocked. That's a good play because that play is an effective one for Skowhegan. And on the block there for Messalonskee was Lillian Smith. Eagles get it out. Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia slowed. She'll have it again on the restart. Elsie Bell fires it up. Slowed down by Messo or by Skowhegan, and Skowhegan comes away with it. Mayo can't clear. Bell intercepted. Bell lobs it ahead, too far ahead for Lillian Smith. Cleared out. Now up left side, too far ahead of Faith Pease.
Messalonskee's done a nice job because one of the areas Skowhegan can really get you is in defensive transition where they get a turnover. Pease is a one-woman fast break and just haven't been able to find her on any sort of breakaway.
All right, Mishu on the restart, just on the Skowhegan side of midfield. Flips it up. The aerial bounces through. Gilbert plays it. Gilbert to the edge of the circle, right there to Ventimiglia, and she slid it on the backhand wide.
And Ventimiglia trying to let her defender go around her and get that backside. I think could have ran with that. Maybe I think it might have been Kakamo on the opposite side if he could have got a touch pass across.
Savage, the flip up to Haney. Haney spiked it down. Restart for Skowhegan. Roller, and that's out.
A little in front of that one, hits it foul. Now, speaking of aerials, the team we're going to see tomorrow, we know because Coach told us. Very big fan of them.
Yes.
That's the Gardner Tigers, who's a very good team as well.
Yeah, last time we saw Gardner was against Coney. Last time we saw MCI was against Coney. So
that Coney MCI game was much closer to the score, and that Gardner Coney game was a classic.
It was electric. 5-3 in favor of Coney.
So good. Great cause too. Would be remiss didn't
No
shout
doubt.
out the drive out cancer.
Boy, they represented on each side, too. They really did. Lexus Bain all the way back to get that loose ball. And Alberico tripped and fell, got right back up. Bain, a backhander. Up the far side to Kakamo. 1-0. Messo on a goal by Emmy Dunbar. Good outlet pass, but it's intercepted by you-know-who, Sedalia Savage, with a blast. It's blocked at the circle, trying to get it to Quinn, and Quinn tries to go inside. And this is going to be a penalty corner for Skowhegan.
They're again racking them up, 5-0 advantage. But to this point, I don't even think they haven't gotten a shot on goal. That's for sure. They haven't even gotten anything close to a shot on goal.
All right, Faith Pease. Savage at the point. You figure she's going to handle it one way or the other.
Got to.
And, of course, they inbound it to Haney. Haney with a shot, looking for a tip, kicked out, and it is out on the far side. I think Pettengill got a piece of that.
Yeah, I think we'll take one more quick look here on the restart. I thought initially no, but one more quick look on the restart. Looks like it might have. Actually, I think it just missed her foot. It was going to go wide, but she had a defender back there who swept it out.
That's what we have the Mid-State Machine replay for.
Thank goodness, because these eyes, whew.
Take a definitive replay to decide it, and we get that.
Let the record show that at least a couple times already this season, this replay has set the tone for the announcer making the goal announcements.
All right, here is Quinn. Quinn, bad wheel at all, got it inside the circle. It's knocked out now. It's collected there by Skowhegan. They keep it alive, and now it's going to be a restart here for Messalonskee.
They're going against Quinn. Quinn trying to feed it through there, I think, to Alberico. Couldn't do so. Nice save initially by Noyes, who's been pretty quiet today, too. The name that's been,
And as Skowhegan was ready to go in, you could see both girls pull up short there, Pease and Quinn, after the call. Yeah, we haven't said Sophie Noyes' name a lot today.
Yeah, and she's in the early games we've had this season, she's been a big deal, especially in transition.
All right, back for Messo. It's Zoe Gilbert, has to retreat and lost it to Pease, but restart here for Messalonskee. 7:05 left in the third. The one goal by Emmy Dunbar, standing up so far. And a 1-0 game. Here is Massey at midfield, taken away by Sedalia Savage. Savage cleared it in, knocked down. Bain couldn't do anything with it. Restart here for Messo.
Seeing these whistles go against Skowhegan as they really try and ride this clear, doesn't it make you really appreciate the fact that once a game, Abby Moore will steal your restart and score on you? Because it seems like everybody else gets whistled for something.
Here's Mayo with a nice play. Cleared it up. It's blocked by Bain at the 40. Now poked away by Haney. And it's a restart here for Messo. Some sort of a violation.
Like off the shin pad.
Yep. Swept up by Miranda Wrigley. Kind of fanned on that, but Messalonskee does get it through eventually to Bell. Bell checked by Sedalia Savage. Savage took it away. Got a little bit of help there from Dodge, too. To the middle to Quinn. Quinn sweeps the pass right side. It eventually connects to Alberico. Daja Alberico turns down the right. Alberico smashes it, and it's blocked before it reached the circle by Wrigley.
That's a great play because Quinn's streaking right down the seam.
Restart here for Messo.
Do you think trying to defend Elsie Bell on the field hockey field, since she is lower to the ground, is like trying to defend Muggsy Bogues? Like you can't get down there.
Yeah, I think there's something to that.
Like she's down there. You're like, you ain't gonna get lower position than her.
All right, backhanded out on the Messalonskee bench. 5.5 minutes to go in the third.
Skowhegan's still searching for their first shot on goal, and they had the second shot on goal, and they had the first of the game.
Here's a steal by Mayo. Mayo tried to get it ahead, and it hit the foot, I think, of a Messalonskee player.
I think it hit Quinn, actually.
Did it? Okay.
And unfortunately, I think that's what sends it back the other way, looking to get Quinn, and I think that was Pease streaking down the field.
All right, pass over near side to Bain. Lexus spikes it up. Ooh, it almost connected there with Pettengill. Pettengill stuck with it. Now Skowhegan. It is Sedalia Savage. Stick handles out of traffic. Bouncer up to midfield, stopped by Miranda Wrigley. Wrigley down the far side for Kakamo. Can Kakamo catch it? She can. Kakamo clears it to the middle. Here is Savage. Savage, nice pass in the middle to send away Quinn. Quinn trying to get it ahead to Pease. Pease is ahead of the pack. Quinn to the circle, to Pease, and the shot off the side of the net.
Yeah, Pease just ran out of real estate. You're going to see her on the mid-state machine replay. Had Alberico on the right side as well. Got it to Pease, but by the time Pease tracked it down, just didn't have much of an angle. Pettengill does a nice job. And obviously, based on the fact that it restarts here to Messo, Pettengill didn't touch it.
Under 4 minutes, 3:50 to play in the third. Still 1-0. The Emmy Dunbar goal standing up. Midfield, Sedalia Savage. Fires it in, looking for Alberico. Run off by Messalonskee's Chloe Gilbert. We got Chloe out there. We got Zoe out there.
It wouldn't be a main sporting event without having a couple siblings somewhere.
I don't think they're siblings. They're just Chloe and Zoe.
Oh, well, that's even more confusing.
Chloe Mishu and Zoe Gilbert. Good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, duh. I don't know where my brain was at for that.
I don't know, but I had one of those earlier, so we're even now.
Fair enough.
All right, Savage clears it outside the circle. Up to Mayo. Mayo up to Alberico. Once again, ahead of the pack is Pease. The pass, Pease handles, no. Yes, she does. Pease to the net. Goes in. Pease, shot, saved there by Pettengill. Faith Pease right to the net, eventually got the shot away, and Adriana Pettengill with the stop.
How about that?
It keeps it 1-0 Messo. 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Stolen by Jaden Dodge. Dodge blasted all the way ahead for Alberico. There again is Pease. Down the left side for Skowhegan is Goggins. Pass this time broken up.
Look, I'm not going to go against Faith Pease. She's a very good goal scorer, but on that breakaway, she had Goggins all by herself on the far side.
Yep. Got to make that pass.
I agree.
That's an open net. All right, here's Chloe Massey. Chloe, Savage went down.
Savage nearly making the takeaway from the ground.
Restart here for Messalonskee. Up 1-0. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third. Check from behind there by Alberico, and they blow that dead.
I was say a little bit of a late whistle. I think one of the challenges for Skowhegan right now.
Stolen by Pease. No, she overran it. It is kept in. Now what?
That was Mayo on the defense, but I think got called for stick contact.
Okay.
I'd say one of the things I think it's a challenge for Skowhegan's offense now, Savage is just needed to stop and turn transition back. She can't be down there.
All right, restart. Stolen by Pease. Pease checked on the play by Bain.
That was a heck of a play by Bain.
All right. Rolls it inside. Cleared out of there by Dodge. Then a miss hit, and then a shot off the side of the net. And you could see Kaori Kenyon put her hands up to her mask. That was a near miss. 1 minute to go in the third. Ooh, that one hit right on bone there of Elsie Bell. Ouch. Restart here for Messalonskee. And it will be Kakamo. Kakamo looking to line something up. Smacks it inside. Savage runs it off. Savage clears.
Oh, look at Alberico hit the go button.
Alberico, she's got that right upper thigh that wrapped up, and she ends up winning. Going to the net, two players. Goggins is there. Pease is there. It's kicked out by Pettengill. Adriana Pettengill takes no chances and blasts it out of the building.
And how about that? I want to take a quick look here as they get set up from the Mid-State Machine replay. Fed it through to Pease. No, Pease didn't get a piece of that. I think officially, though, Alberico gets a shot, so give Pettengill another one. And again, Goggins backside.
And there is the whistle. That is the end of the third period. No scoring in the third. We are just the way we were at the end of one and at the end of two. We are now at the end of three. The score, Messalonskee 1, Skowhegan 0. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Time now for our third quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984 in Skowhegan. We are still at 1-0 in favor of Messalonskee on a goal by Emmy Dunbar. In the third, shots on goal, Messalonskee 2, Skowhegan 1. Penalty corners, 2-0 in favor of Skowhegan. Where it counts, though, it's 1-0 in favor of Messalonskee. Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984 in Skowhegan.
Couple chances there for Skowhegan. Again, I'm not going to default Faith Pease. She's one of your best goal scorers, and I'm not going to go against her. That being said, I'm just pointing out, Goggins, especially in the save we showed you, is wide open on both those breakaways on the backside.
So I'm glad you're not going to go against her because she would light you up.
She would. I wouldn't even, not even close. It's like 100 to 1 odds.
Light you up.
Yeah. I'm just pointing it out. It's my job. Those who can't do.
I know.
Those who can't do call sports.
That's right. Those who can't do broadcast. All right, here we go in the fourth. It's a nitty-gritty affair.
It is a rock fight.
1-0 in a defensive struggle.
Skowhegan, again, though, I think for that quarter, maintained a lot of the possession time, just again struggling to get shots to Pettengill.
All right, Pettengill in the goal to our right. Or excuse me, Kenyon in the goal to our right, Pettengill to our left. Kaori Kenyon allowed just the one goal, and she was out of position. There it is right inside. And this will be given to Skowhegan.
And fraction as they kind of Ventimiglia having to dodge in a phone booth there. Finally threads it through, but the whistle goes against. So,
all right, dodge.
That one knocked out of bounds. Looks like going to go back to the Riverhawks. Or stay with the Riverhawks, excuse me.
Okay. Restart here. Perkins comes back into the game. For Skowhegan, ball in the middle of the field to the Riverhawks. It's Quinn. Muscle tussle there. Quinn gets it on the restart. She belted it off Miranda Wrigley, and it goes out of bounds.
That one quickly going back is trying to find Alberico there. And I think you'd see just how different it's. I think that's a testament to, again, the youth that Skowhegan is trying to develop through this season. Quinn not at 100%. The offense looks entirely different.
All right, pass up. It goes by Goggins, and it is saved in front of us. No, it is not saved in front of us. Out off Ventimiglia or off Skowhegan. It was off Skowhegan.
Yeah, Ventimiglia with one of those little tap it off you as it going out of bounds. A veteran player right there.
Yep, Quimby was there for Skowhegan. Spinning, here's Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia trying to go to the net. In front there is Bell. Bell with the shot. It's blocked in front. Bell with the rebound. Bell rolls it inside. Kenyon out of the net, and the ball harmlessly rolls to the far side.
Nice job by Bell. Steadied it up there. Got a good shot. Kenyon right there in front of her, though.
All right. Trying to drive it out. Sedalia Savage. She drove it out okay. Out of bounds. But it is tipped off Messo. So Perkins, nope. It went out off Skowhegan. So it will be a Messo ball in the offensive zone. Eagles up 1-0 on a goal by Emmy Dunbar all the way back in the first. Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does. Maybe Messalonskee just likes 1-0 games.
Top of the circle. Savage restarts. Savage slides it up. Up to Alberico. One out of bounds off Messo. This will be Skowhegan's ball. Alberico, nice stick handle. Alberico stops. Trips up a Messo player by accident on the stick handle. Continues to go inside the circle. Lays it over to Mayo. Mayo lines it up. It's a save there in front by the goalkeeper, Pettengill. That's the best chance Skowhegan has had today.
That was a heck of a pass, too. Alberico, beautiful job setting up Mayo, and Pettengill do a nice job mirroring, finding that, and booting it down.
Stopped by Goggins. Goggins clears it up. Miranda Wrigley is on it. Lost it to Perkins. Perkins keeps it in to Alberico. Alberico smashes. It's blocked by Messo. Rolls out. Perkins fighting for it there. We've got a loose ball. Her and Kakamo. It's going to go to Skowhegan. And Perkins fanned on it.
And I think beforehand, Messo gets busted for not giving enough space on the restart, which is a break because that fan usually means ball's going the other way. Instead, Skowhegan gets the penalty corner.
All right. So let's see. That gets us to 6-0, right?
6-0.
Faith Pease will distribute. Here we go. To the top to Quinn. Quinn rides it over to the right, takes a shot. It's deflected. It rolls harmlessly wide.
And Skowhegan's penalty corners have just not been sharp today. Couldn't even put that one somewhere where someone could do something with it. They have just been discombobulated.
All right, we are 1/3 of the way through the fourth period. 5 minutes gone. And one goal is the difference. Messalonskee with it at midfield. Pass up for Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia scoots it ahead. Ventimiglia checked. Taken away briefly by Sedalia Savage. Taken back by Ventimiglia. Now stolen away by Lillian Smith. Smith couldn't clear it. Restart here. It's Perkins. Perkins has been way off with everything she's been doing today when it comes to shooting or passing.
Now, a lot of the team has, but her, again, it's just one of the questions I asked. Maybe some of these, especially younger players for Skowhegan, feels like they're hitting everything high, and I wonder, the grass, right, sits higher than maybe the turf normally. Muscle memory.
Possible. Mayo.
Working theory, let's call it that.
All right. Working theory works for me. Mayo clears it all the way down. Back to fetch. Miranda Wrigley. She and Bain have been great back there today for Skowhegan, and of course, as soon as I say that, she gave it up. Opportunity here for Skowhegan. That's Michaela Quimby over there. Quimby to Quinn. Quinn tries to get it inside the circle, slowed down. Jumping on it there for a moment was Pease, and a restart here for Messo.
Pease going to commit the infraction. How about Bain's gameplay today? I think it feels like she's been in the middle of so many passing lanes.
Nice stick handle. Far side, that's Hafford. Hafford goes to the outside, pulls up. In tight quarters there, talk about stick handling in a telephone booth.
Oh, Joe.
That was great. Some good hands. Passes blocked, kept in by Messo. Hafford with a stick on it there. Restart for Skowhegan. As we roll down to 8 minutes left. Restart for Messo. Emmy Dunbar, only goal of the game. Came at 13-11. A steal by Skowhegan. Quinn can't use it. And it's pounded all the way down and out. Sophie Noyes runs it down.
Hey, do you look? I don't know. We can't currently see her in our shot, but Savage, Mike, looking winded. She was leaning over, huffing pretty good there while waiting for that restart.
She takes no plays off.
Ooh. And she's been needed so much defensively to try and keep Messo at one. She hasn't really been involved in the offense.
We're halfway through the fourth. 1-0 Messo. Good stick handle there. That is Wrigley. Wrigley takes it down. Mayo takes it away. Mayo, another mishit. Really didn't get much on that. Got it to a teammate, though. Over there, it is Quimby. Quimby, whistle. Restart for Skowhegan. Another mishit. Poked back. There is Savage. Savage with a stick handle. Sweeps it over, too far ahead of Goggins, but Pease comes back into the play. Pease back to the field. Pease doubled. Swipes it back to Goggins. Rolls through her back to Quimby. Quimby stuffed. Restart here, Messo.
A nice play there by Ventimiglia.
So Sophia will give it back to Bain.
Better watch out. This one quickly get on the goal in a hurry.
Has to stick handle by Pease. Has to stick handle by Quinn. Quinn slowed her up. Finally does get it by. Pass right side for Gilbert. Gilbert angles to the net. Slowly rolls it up there. It's kicked away by Kenyon.
I knew that. I looked like that one was going to be wide. But I subscribe to your philosophy. Just knock everything down.
6 minutes to go. Back to Bain. Messalonskee protecting a 1-zip lead. Quinn blocked the shot. Knew it was a cue. Quinn up the left side. She's got Pease. Quinn to the backhand. Kind of ran out of gas there. And I think that leg kind of bothered her. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it to 5:40 left in regulation. The score is Messalonskee 1, Skowhegan 0. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where Carson trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. That's cmautogroup.com. Kaori Kenyon back down to our right, and back down to our left is Adriana Pettengill.
Who
540.
We haven't mentioned yet. Normally, a little after halftime, Mike gives us some feelers for who's the clubhouse leader for score player of the game, and I know Dunbar's got the goal, but Pettengill's got to get some votes.
Absolutely, have to put her on the list.
Plus, let's be honest, Central Maine Sports partial to goaltending.
Here is Haney on the restart. Haney to Savage. Sweeps it up, looking for Pease. It's intercepted. And Ventimiglia, nice clear out.
Yeah.
Here's Massey. Massey lost an edge. Stolen. Savage, look out. Savage. Savage to the net. Savage goes wide. Savage, and we are going to get a penalty corner here.
Big moment there for Skowhegan. Again, Savage has not been involved a ton offensively, especially second half. She's been in that midfield, really trying to, I think, hold transition and play defense. But there, you see what she can do.
All right. Second penalty corner for Skowhegan here in the period. Fourth in the half, and the seventh in the game. Back to Savage. Savage blasts it. Kicked out there by Pettengill. Right foot save by Pettengill.
Again, right, and that's just straight on. Pettengill doing a nice job. Tracks that down and kicks it down with that right foot.
4.5 minutes left in regulation. Up it goes to Wrigley. Wrigley stuffed. Mayo steals. Mayo up to Alberico. Back to help for Messo. Hannah Fair. Alberico comes away with it. Skowhegan looking for the equalizer. Alberico penetrates and a whistle.
Going the other way?
Yep.
Off the top of your head, Mike, and again, there's 4 minutes left. When do you think the last time Skowhegan was shut out was?
I don't know. It's got to be readily available somewhere.
I mean, that's a number you don't hear a lot with the Riverhawks.
You do not. Alberico on the right sideline. Her pass looking to get inside the circle is run off.
Bain has been so big defensively.
Bain and Wrigley, but Bain especially today. Bain and the last bastion of defense, Adriana Pettengill, have been stalwarts today.
Yeah, right now, by my count, Pettengill 5 saves.
Midfield, stuffage there, and it will be Messo's ball. Well, if you're Messo, you don't want to go into a shell. You also don't want to take any chances offensively. Massey to midfield, driven up by Sedalia Savage. Stopped on the far side over there by Hannah Fair. Now Skowhegan on the break to Quinn. Pass. Quinn comes away with it. Quinn right inside. Score! Faith Pease has tied it up with 2:59 left in regulation.
And how about that? He's barely got anything on it, but just enough.
It comes at 12:01, and we are tied at 1.
Skowhegan got a few of those breakaways in the third quarter, couldn't cash in. Pettengill had a big save on Pease, kept getting them, and finally cash in.
Belted down by Bain. 1-1. Dodge clears. Look out. Here's Alberico. Alberico down the right side. Pease to the net. Haney also going to the net. 2:40 left. Alberico. Didn't get much wood on that as the fanage continues. Elsie Bell couldn't clear it. Haney kept it alive. Savage in close quarters, had it taken away. Savage trying to get back into the play and check. Now it's stolen back by Quimby. Now it's stolen back by Messo. Here is Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia, what a battle there with Quimby. Ventimiglia wins the battle. Ahead of the pack and coming out. Kenyon made the stop. Kenyon about 10 yards out of the net. Took away what looked like a great opportunity for the Messalonskee Eagles.
That was Hafford. Hafford looking just waiting for it, and a great play by Kenyon.
Now all the way down, we got a race, and it's going to come down, and letting it go into the goal there is Pettingill.
Alberico gave that a run. She hit that go button. Man, that again, I subscribe to your belief. Ugh, don't let it go in.
Restart here with 1.5 minutes to go, with overtime hanging over us. Almost stolen, but Messalonskee able to break it out. Gilbert. Check that Massey. Massey to the right. Massey with Hafford lingering in front of that net. 1:10 to go. Chloe Massey. Can't get it past the defenders. Good defense there by Lillian Smith. Can't get it past Bain. Bain and Pease. Bain wins that battle. 1 minute to go. Bain.
Oh, nice move.
Wins the fight. In front, looking for a tip and couldn't get it. Rolls all the way over. 50 seconds to go.
And that might have been a goal. You're going to see it in the replay. Kenyon is way out of the goal. That backside is wide open.
Skowhegan restart. 40 seconds left. Perkins. Drove it up, hit a bunch of players there in front of the Messo bench. 25 seconds left.
Speed of this one sure picked up, didn't it?
Big time here in the last 5 minutes. Hannah Fair. They try to slide it in front. It's blocked by Mayo. Inside the circle. Right there is Bell. Bell turns, shoots, and it just goes wide. As you can see, Kenyon again, her gloved hands going to her head. And that's regulation.
Wow. Wow.
So 60 minutes, not enough to decide this battle between the Messalonskee Eagles and the Skowhegan Riverhawks. We are headed to bonus field hockey. The score at the end of regulation. Messalonskee won. Skowhegan won. We go to overtime next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Is it time for an auto loan? The team at Connected Credit Union will focus on an affordable monthly payment to fit your budget, while offering you a low rate and great service. Give our loan team a try for your next auto purchase. The added convenience of applying online or using our mobile app is just one more way Connected Credit Union makes your financing easy. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
At Haidt Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haidt Chevy. Haidt Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haidt family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Okay, we go to overtime, and in overtime, there are only 6 players out on the field.
Okay.
So it is much like the National Hockey League, where you lessen the number of players on the field. There's more open ice, if you will, open space. So 6 players, other than the goalkeeper, 7 total, 6 players out on the field, 8-minute period. First team that scores wins.
Sudden death.
Messalonskee drives the ball in. So 6 on 6. Back it's Mayo. So strategy obviously is different with a much more open field. This will be a Messalonskee restart here. Running it down is Gilbert. So Dunbar scored in the first, and then Faith Pease with 2:59 to go tied it.
In our second field hockey season, this is yours and I's first overtime game?
Here's Savage. Savage, Quinn, and Pease.
Uh-oh.
Here is Quinn. Pease to the net. Gets it ahead. Pease goes. Pease fires. Looking for the tip. Pettengill kicks it out. Quinn runs down the rebound. You can see the difference with the open field. Much less cloggage. In front, Quinn slides it up. It's blocked by Messalonskee. Cleared out by the Eagles, but Dodge able to get it on the far side. Dodge goes right between the wickets of a Messo player. Dodge fanned. Dodge tries again. Bouncer to Quinn. Quinn, the backhander up. It's swept out of there. Zoe Gilbert cleared it. Right now, though, Skowhegan tightening the screws. They've had all the edge here since the overtime began, trying to win this thing. Dodge on the check. And a restart for Messo. 1-1 as we play overtime.
As you said, bonus field hockey.
Here's an aerial. Knockdown goes to Savage. Stick handles. Savage to Quinn. Quinn to the middle. Quinn on the backhand. Quinn goes in. Now to the forehand. Now goes between the legs, and it's kicked out of there by Pettengill.
Take a look here on the Mid-State Machine instant replay. I don't think that was going to be on goal. I think she was trying to drop that off. Yeah, Pettingill, though, smart, not taking any chances. I'm going to kick that into the track.
2 minutes into overtime. That's Savage over there. Smacks it. It's blocked. Messo looking for the clear. No, good sweep check there. Savage. Savage stick handles. Savage goes in. Savage, the backhander. It's blocked in front. Right there was Quinn. And now Messalonskee with numbers, but a whistle in behind the play. The official there talking things over with Miranda Wrigley.
Yeah, the reason why is that follow-through caught Wrigley right on the chin, as we got to see on the replay.
So Wrigley rubs some dirt on it. We'll get restarted. Up to Massey. Massey taken away by Mayo. Mayo blocked by Massey. Messalonskee looking for its first voyage into the offensive zone, and it ain't coming easy, and it ain't going to happen here. Here's Savage with Pease. Savage, 2-on-3. The trailer is Quinn. Savage goes up. We've got a penalty corner.
And think of how big this penalty corner is from the standpoint of Skowhegan's really struggled to get anything offensively going, but as you're going to see, it's 6-on-6 with not counting goalies. So now Skowhegan's going to have 5 offensive players versus now just 3 Eagles defenders.
All right, here is Pease. 4 around the perimeter. Quinn smacks it. It's just wide.
I think Pettingill might have got a piece of that. Take a look here on the Mid-State Machine replay. Yeah, she did. Pease was crashing hard. Pettingill got a piece of that.
All right, a restart here at the 25-yard line for Sedalia Savage. 1-1 in overtime, 4:20 to go in sudden death. Savage, and they're going to restart it for Skowhegan. Savage slides it up for Quinn. That wasn't a good play by Sedalia. She didn't get much on that. It's out.
Something to note, I think minor, but something to note, I don't think Messalonskee has this season. We do know Skowhegan has played an overtime game this season. They lost to Brewer, but they at least have been in this situation.
Here's Savage. More than halfway through the first 8 minutes. Savage. Some stick handling. The shot blocked. The restart for Savage. Savage goes deep. That's blocked. Messalonskee looking to get some offense going. They have been totally hemmed in, and as soon as Mayo jumped on this, it was blown dead. We have got another penalty corner for Skowhegan.
Messalonskee just they're on their heels big time right now.
Got to be exhausted. Here is Pease with 4 around the edge. Skowhegan looking to win it here. To the top to Quinn. Quinn over to Savage. Savage stuffed, and it's going to Messo.
That's a break there. Nice defense. Couple nice ones, too, even on that sideline against Savage. Messalonskee here just trying to relieve the pressure.
Well, finally the ball gets on the Skowhegan side of midfield. Back to get it, Lillian Smith. 2:45 left in overtime. Smith swept it up, stopped by Messo. See if they can get anything going offensively. Okay, Uri Kenyon way out of that net again. Restart here, goes to Skowhegan. They clear it all the way down. Over there is Wrigley. Wrigley, good pass in the middle, but it's too far. Overrunning it there was Mayo. Messalonskee stole it. Here's Massey. 2:12 left in overtime. Massey taken away by Mayo. Mayo and Gilbert fight for it. Gilbert winds up, looks for a deflection. Kenyon way out of the net, never got inside the circle. Cleared out by Skowhegan to Quinn. Quinn trying to poke it ahead to Pease. Pease hustles. Pease. The back check there by Gilbert, and Gilbert caught up and took it away.
What a monster play.
1:45 left in the first overtime. Jaden Dodge with the check, a restart for Skowhegan. Dodge to Quinn. Quinn and Pease. And up it goes, and a restart here for Messo.
What a monster play by Gilbert that could be the difference in this game.
1:25 to go from midfield. Wrigley.
Nice
Good
move.
stick handle around Quinn. Clears it up. Some numbers here. This is Bell trying to get it inside. Ventimiglia there out of the net is the goalkeeper. Kenyon and Messalonskee can't take advantage of it.
Playing with fire. Kenyon hits the turf, and I think Skowhegan at Kenyon, I think you see there taking a second there to get up.
I'm telling you, if I'm Paula Dowdy, I might be going out to buy a leash for Kenyon.
She really gets out, and in fact, Kenyon is going to stay with Messalonskee. Owes, I think, Savage, who made sure that ball went out of bounds.
Clock stopped with 1 minute to go. Restart at the 25 for Messalonskee. Their best chance to score. Trying to win this one in overtime on homecoming. This is Wrigley. Over to Bell. Bell inside. Ventimiglia pokes at it. It is loose. Swept out of there by Mayo. Over to fetch it is Gilbert. Gilbert checked. Got it back outside. Wrigley. Wrigley trying to get it inside the circle. Blocked by Quinn. Quinn. Rolled it up. Picking it up. Here's Pease. Pease. One girl to beat. Pease goes wide on Gilbert. Stick handles around Gilbert, but Gilbert gets in the way, runs it off with 30 seconds to go. Pease ever dangerous. Pease out of gas. Play is called anyway.
As they restart, here was that last little flurry by Messalonskee. See if there was a shot on goal. I didn't have one. Not defense, nice job there keeping it out for Skowhegan.
10 seconds to go in the first overtime. Stolen away by Sedalia Savage, but not enough time to do anything. And the clock will run out here on overtime number 1. So 8 additional minutes.
Not enough.
Not enough. We will have a 2-minute break in between overtime sessions as we head to the scoreboard says period number 6. 1-1 Skowhegan and Messalonskee. Double overtime next on the score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Well, the extra bonus field hockey gives us time to thank our great sponsors. Height Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. By computer improvements, from sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. By Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup. And by Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Well, this afternoon, Messalonskee and Skowhegan are digging overtime. 1-1, the goal by Messalonskee by Emmy Dunbar, the goal by Skowhegan by Faith Pease. And here we go to period number 6.
Do you not get paid extra? This is the second overtime period. I think you and I can count on one hand the number of overtime games we've had.
I think we've successfully shamed the boss right now into paying us overtime.
I think we should get a little extra.
All right, 8 minutes on the clock. The clock will start with your first bid, as they say on The Price is Right. Here we go. Skowhegan with the ball. Smacking it up is Dodge to Quinn. Quinn trying to ride it in. Quinn has Pease ahead of the pack. Pass got through. Faith Pease turns and throws it wide.
How about Quinn, by the way? We talked at halftime how it was, you could tell, Coach Dowdy let us know she's not at 100%, and I thought there were times you could tell. Not in that first overtime you couldn't.
She's covered up that bad wheel pretty well. Mayo stopped and Bell on a restart. Here's Hannah Fair. Fair rolls it up. Some numbers here for Messalonskee. Dodge, though, able to run it off. Kenyon again way out of that net.
Dodge ran it off like you said, but couldn't control it, so it's going to a break here for the Eagles. Should stay with Messalonskee. Man, if you're Messo, especially with all the space, I think you got to get the ball front side of Kenyon, and you got to just try and find someone backside.
All right, they ride it up. Quinn got in the way. They'll restart it again. Wrigley, a shot. It's blocked. Rolls up, and Kenyon kneaded out of there with her pad.
See here, I think Ventimiglia might have got a piece of that. I think she did. Ventimiglia did slap that, so Kenyon picks up the save.
So Wrigley will go back to the 25. Pass blocked. The turnaround just went wide. The backhanded turnaround just went wide. And it's Skowhegan's ball.
That was a heck of a play.
Here is Sedalia Savage. Pass got through to Dodge. Jaden Dodge over midfield. Little stick handle. Trying to go for Pease. Pease couldn't come away with it. Now, oh boy.
Close.
Quinn and Pease ran into each other.
That restarter for Messalonskee. Others, that's about to be 2 on nobody.
Midfield. Elsie Bell, restart for Messo, flipped it up. Mayo waits for it to stop bouncing. Grace Mayo taken away. Good steal by Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia trying to go to the net, could not. Rolling out of there was Smith to make the play. Restart, though, for Messo. 5:15 to go in the second overtime. 1-1. The screws are as tight as they can be. Back it goes. The turn, the shot by Fair blocked. Rolling out of there with it, Sedalia Savage. No, now it's going to be a restart for Skowhegan. Ooh. Boy, that was dangerous. I don't know why she decided to go backwards there.
I think she wanted to go to Savage, but Ventimiglia was just sitting on it. But man, I do not like that.
Skowhegan all out of whack and a steal by Ventimiglia. Skowhegan's indecisiveness, and now we're going to get a penalty corner for Messo. No, we're not. A restart.
Not quite.
My bad. Inside the shot. Score! Kenyon caught out of the net again. And Messalonskee wins it in overtime. Alexa Kakamo with the game winner as the Eagles pour onto the field.
You're going to see, we'll show it to you one more time. Skowhegan's not ready. Half the players have their back turned. Kakamo restarts and just threads it right through.
That whole sequence was weird from the get-go for Skowhegan. They were all out of whack there.
They were definitely not ready, and Kakamo takes advantage and buries it for the game winner.
So the final in overtime, in 2 overtimes, Messalonskee 2, Skowhegan 1. The recap after this on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims, Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet and A.J. Knight back here postgame at Messalonskee High School in Oakland at Veterans Field. It took two overtimes, and Messalonskee wins it in double overtime by a score of 2-1. Alexa Kakamo scores the game-winning goal. No surprise, she is our score player of the game. But it's time for not only our game breakdown, but our overtime breakdown as well. And it's brought to you by 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts. Excuse me, wrong one there. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984 in Skowhegan. And total game breakdown here. Penalty corners are so important in field hockey, except they weren't today.
9-0 Skowhegan, including 2 in overtime. They got 2 in the first OT. And part of the reason you see there, Pettingill was so big. And, 9-0. I think Messalonskee completely flipped their script, right? All the last few games, they talk about their losses. Coach Brand did. We outshot. We had more penalty corners than our opponents, but we end up losing 1-0 games. Today, not a single penalty corner. Skowhegan gets 9, including 2 in OT, and they win 2-1.
Going back in time to the first period, the first goal of the game, which stood up for a long time. In fact, it stood up until there were 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in the game. It was scored by Emmy Dunbar by the Messalonskee Eagles on an assist from Sophia Ventimiglia. Messalonskee took a 1-0 lead. Little did we know at the time that it was going to survive the rest of the first quarter, all of the second quarter, all of the third quarter, and most of the fourth quarter until Faith Pease scored to tie this thing up with 2:59 to go. There is the goal there by was that Messalonskee's
That was
goal?
Kakamo. I could do it here, so I'll give you your goals. So here's the first one.
Okay, so here's the first goal scored by Emmy Dunbar to make it 1-0. And again, you can see Kenyon way out of the net. So that made it 1-0, and it stayed 1-0 until the 12:01 mark of the fourth period when Faith Pease, who is playing great these days for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, here it is, a redirect there, beautifully done. Quinn got it over to her, and Pease able to get it in the net. Tied at 1 with 2:59 left. Through one whole overtime, 8 minutes, each team plenty of chances. Skowhegan might have had the better of it in the first overtime, and finally we go to the second overtime where Alexa Kakamo won it in walk-off fashion for the Messalonskee Eagles, making it a happy homecoming day for Messalonskee. There's Kakamo with the game winner right there. And that's it, 2-1, double overtime, Messo with the win.
Yeah, and as you saw, and I'll show it to you one more time, short one, but just look at the Skowhegan players. Look how many backs are turned. She's already moving the ball. She steps forward. They're not ready at all, and she just buries it. And, again, I don't know if it's a testament to youth, just a little bit of a brain hiccup right there in that moment. But Skowhegan really going to be kicking themselves because they dominated the first overtime. Pettingill just stood too strong. And there they kind of, I feel like, going to feel like they gave it away as opposed to Messalonskee won it.
Well, I don't know what happened there, and Skowhegan looked all out of whack in the minutes leading up to that shot in overtime there. I don't have any idea what happened there, but Skowhegan had its opportunities for sure. Early in the first overtime, they got a ton of opportunities. Pettingill made saves.
2 penalty
and,
corners.
and penalty corners as well, and kept them in the game. And the longer that it seemed to go on, the more in overtime, especially in the second overtime, did Messalonskee seem to grab some momentum, made some plays. They made some plays. They had some nice stops, not necessarily near the net, but stopping plays from breaking open.
Yeah, I would say we asked, obviously, overtime game winner was an easy call for player of the game. Honorable mention, Pettingill, of course, for her play all game. Gilbert, in, I think, end of regulation and overtime, had a couple really nice plays where Pease was looking to just go, and Gilbert ends up making the stop and turning it back the other way. Otherwise, this game ends sooner.
So the Messalonskee Eagles with a huge win here today in double overtime. They win it 2-1 on a goal by Alexa Kakamo in the second overtime. More field hockey coming for you tomorrow. We will be down in Gardner as the Gardner Tigers host the MCI Huskies. Game time is 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon from Hoke Field in Gardner. So that's going to do it for us here today. For AJ Knight and for, Ty Rigney on camera here today. Mrs. AJ Knight, Ashley Knight, running our graphics and computer this afternoon. And for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long. Final score here in double overtime. It took 2 overtime sessions. Messalonskee 2 and Skowhegan 1.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at CentralMaineSports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or CentralMaineSports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.